Football is a game of moments, and on a tense night in Rabat, Senegal seized theirs to write a new, glorious chapter in their history. The Lions of Teranga were crowned champions of Africa for the second time, defending their title with a hard-fought 1-0 extra-time victory over the host nation, Morocco. This triumph was not just a win, it was a powerful statement. It cemented Senegal's place as the dominant force in African football during the 2020s. A team that has now achieved the rare feat of winning back-to-back Africa Cup of Nations titles. The final whistle brought forth scenes of pure, unadulterated joy for the Senegalese players and their supporters, a stark contrast to the heartbreak felt by the home crowd. The victory was the culmination of a month of intense competition, showcasing Senegal's depth, resilience, and unwavering belief. Going into the tournament as reigning champions carries a heavy weight of expectation, but this Senegalese squad, led by the inspirational Sadio Mané, shouldered that burden with grace and determination. They navigated the tournament with an unbeaten record, a testament to their organized defense and clinical attack. This win in the 2025 AFCON final, held on January 18, 2026, will be remembered not just for the result, but for the immense character the team displayed under the most extreme pressure, solidifying their status as true African football royalty. The hero of the night was Pape Gueye, whose thunderous left-footed strike at the very beginning of extra time proved to be the decisive moment. It was a goal worthy of winning any final, a moment of individual brilliance that broke the deadlock after a grueling 90 minutes of regulation time. His shot, unleashed from the edge of the penalty area, flew past Morocco's world-class goalkeeper, Yassine Bounou, sending the small contingent of Senegalese fans into a state of ecstasy. For Gueye, it was his third goal of the tournament, capping off a stellar individual performance and etching his name forever into the annals of Senegalese football folklore. This victory was about more than just one goal or one player. It was a collective effort. It was about the tactical genius of their coaching staff, the unbreakable spirit of the players, and the prayers of a nation. As the players paraded the trophy around the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium, they were not just celebrating a football match. They were celebrating a journey of sacrifice, unity, and the fulfillment of a dream. For a country so passionate about the beautiful game, this second title represents the pinnacle of their footballing ambitions and serves as an inspiration for future generations of players who will now look to emulate these modern-day heroes. The 2025 AFCON final will be remembered as one of the most dramatic and chaotic in the tournament's long history. The atmosphere inside the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium was electric, a cauldron of noise and passion as Moroccan fans created an intimidating wall of sound for the visiting Senegalese team. However, this passion boiled over into pure drama deep into stoppage time. In the 98th minute, with the score still deadlocked at 0-0, the referee awarded a highly controversial penalty to Morocco after a lengthy VAR review. The decision, for a foul by El Hadji Malick Diouf on Brahim Diaz, was met with furious protests from the Senegalese players. The sense of injustice was so profound that the Senegalese team, led by their senior players, made the extraordinary decision to walk off the pitch. Their protest was fueled not only by the penalty decision itself, but also by an earlier incident where a goal by their defender Abdoulaye Seck had been disallowed without a VAR review. For several tense minutes, the final hung in the balance as officials and coaches negotiated on the sidelines. The world watched, unsure if the match would even continue. Eventually, after impassioned discussions, the Lions of Teranga agreed to return, their fury now channeled into a steely resolve to see the game through. The drama reached a fever pitch as Morocco's star player, Brahim Diaz, stepped up to take the penalty that would surely win the cup for the host nation. He had been a standout performer throughout the tournament, scoring 5 goals on their path to the final. In a moment of supreme confidence, or perhaps overconfidence, Diaz attempted a Panenka-style chip down the middle. However, Senegal's goalkeeper, the magnificent Édouard Mendy, stood his ground. He did not dive, but simply waited and caught the audacious attempt with ease, a moment of incredible composure that silenced the stadium and kept Senegal's dream alive in the most dramatic fashion possible. The chaos was not just confined to the pitch. The intense atmosphere spilled over into the stands, with reports of clashes between rival fans and some supporters breaking through security hoardings in the excitement following the penalty decision. The final was a whirlwind of emotions: anger, hope, despair, and ultimately, relief for the Senegalese. Surviving this tempestuous period of the match was a testament to their mental fortitude. They had faced the wrath of the crowd, a controversial decision, and a last-second penalty, yet they emerged from the fire unscathed, ready to fight on into extra time and claim their destiny. Senegal's road to the final was a masterclass in tournament football, a journey defined by control, efficiency, and moments of brilliance. They began their title defense by comfortably topping Group D with 7 points. Their campaign kicked off with a dominant 3-0 victory over Botswana, a clear signal of their intent. While they were held to a hard-fought 1-1 draw by a resilient DR Congo side in their second match, they quickly returned to their ruthless best, dispatching Benin with another convincing 3-0 win to secure their place in the knockout stages as group winners, showcasing a formidable defense that looked difficult to breach. The knockout rounds presented a series of tough challenges, but Senegal rose to every occasion. In the round of 16, they faced a tricky encounter against Sudan and had to demonstrate their resilience after falling behind. They responded like true champions, with Pape Gueye scoring twice and the exciting 17-year-old talent Ibrahima Mbaye adding another to secure a 3-1 comeback victory. This match proved they had the character to overcome adversity. Their quarter-final clash against a strong Malian team was a much tighter affair, a tactical battle that was ultimately decided by a single goal, a 1-0 win that highlighted their ability to grind out results when needed. The semi-final pitted them against a familiar foe, Egypt. This fixture was a replay of the 2021 final, and it carried all the weight of that recent history. The match was a tense, cagey contest, with both sides acutely aware of what was at stake. Chances were few and far between, but in these tight games, big players make the difference. It was Senegal's iconic captain, Sadio Mané, who provided the decisive moment of magic. He scored the game's only goal, a sublime finish that broke Egyptian hearts and sent Senegal into their second consecutive AFCON final, demonstrating his enduring importance to the team. Throughout their journey, Senegal's strength was built on a solid defensive foundation, having conceded only 2 goals on their way to the final. This defensive solidity, marshaled by the world-class Édouard Mendy in goal and a disciplined backline, provided the platform for their attackers to flourish. Their path was not easy. They faced different types of opponents, from defensive-minded teams to aggressive attacking sides. Yet, they adapted and overcame each challenge, proving that they were not just a team of talented individuals, but a cohesive and intelligent unit, fully deserving of their place in the championship match. The contributions of Senegal's key players were the bedrock of their historic triumph. While the victory was a team effort, the influence of Sadio Mané, Pape Gueye, and Édouard Mendy was undeniable. Mané, possibly playing in his final AFCON, was the team's spiritual leader. His experience and creative spark were vital. He created the most chances in the tournament, 18, and scored the crucial semi-final winner. His leadership, both on and off the pitch, was the glue that held the team together, inspiring his teammates to reach for greatness and guiding them through moments of immense pressure with a calm and determined demeanor. Pape Gueye emerged as one of the tournament's breakout stars. His energy in midfield was relentless, and his ability to contribute crucial goals made him an indispensable part of the team. His stunning extra-time winner in the final was the crowning moment of a spectacular tournament for him, but his impact was felt in every match. He scored twice in the comeback win against Sudan and was a constant driving force from the center of the park. His performances signaled the arrival of a new star for the Lions of Teranga, one who is ready to carry the torch for years to come. In goal, Édouard Mendy was a colossus, a reassuring presence who made critical saves when it mattered most. His defining moment came with the penalty save against Brahim Diaz, a save that was not just technically brilliant, but psychologically monumental. It swung the momentum back in Senegal's favor at the most critical juncture of the final. Throughout the tournament, his shot-stopping and command of his penalty area were flawless, providing the defensive security that allowed the rest of the team to play with confidence and freedom, knowing they had one of the world's best goalkeepers guarding their net. This victory is a landmark moment for Senegalese football and for the continent. Winning a second consecutive AFCON title elevates this Senegal team from being merely champions to being a dynasty. It confirms their status as the undisputed kings of African football and sets a new standard for excellence. For a nation that has produced so much talent over the years, these back-to-back titles are the ultimate validation. This triumph, forged in skill, courage, and an unbreakable spirit, will inspire millions across Senegal and Africa, proving that with determination and unity, anything is possible. The Lions of Teranga have created a legacy that will echo for generations.